Save time and cut down on those dirty dishes with a one-pot meal.
The owner of Crate Cooking School, Jen Clark, joins us in the kitchen with a recipe to try at your next family dinner this summer. And you know, this is actually perfect because as we're getting ready, I know we still have time, but back to school, it's nice to start to compile up some of these recipes that are going to be easy for those busy nights.
Absolutely. I love a one-pot meal, especially a one-pot pasta in the summer because you don't have to get a pot of boiling water going. So it's going to keep your kitchen a little cooler. You cook it in stock. So it actually creates this creamy sauce, kind of like when you do risotto. So what I have one done here, and then I have one kind of halfway through, where I sauteed the vegetables, and we call it a farmer's market one-pot pasta because it's farmer's market season. And technically, I mean, you can get everything at the farmer's market, or you can just clean out your produce drawer when it's like
whatever you have.
Even better.
Or whatever your family likes, cater it that way.
So you have, it looks like some zucchini and some corn. What else do we have in here?
Onions.
Yeah, there's onions, corn, zucchini, summer squash, eggplant, peppers, all kinds of great stuff. And I kind of did a nice little display up there,
Oh,
too.
it's beautiful. And I will say for kids, too, this kind of hides it all when it's in pasta.
Absolutely.
Which we love.
And then we have farm fresh cherry tomatoes, too, that we put in after the pasta's cooked. So this is kind of where we're building the sauce. This has cooked in stock, just boiling stock for, let me turn this back on, just for about like 10 to 12 minutes, and then we're gonna build the sauce in there. Make a well in the center of that pasta. And we're gonna put in some tomato paste. Right in the middle. And then we're just gonna stir that in and coat the pasta with it. So this is kind of creating a nice light summer sauce.
Do you ever find that sometimes tomato paste can be a little like tricky to work through? Is there a trick to that? Is it just putting it into other liquid?
I think always cooking it first. So if you're putting it in with vegetables, you wanna coat the vegetables with it and then put your liquid in. For the pasta, we're kind of putting it in with some of the liquid and coating it. So that way it always builds flavor, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So now we can put in, I halved some cherry tomatoes, and if you don't want to do that with a knife, I have this great little gadget. You know, I always bring you guys gadgets.
You have the best gadgets.
So you can stick 5 of those in there if you want, Kelly. This is you.
Jen.
So actually, the reason I first got this in my store is a grandmother was tired of cutting grapes for her infant granddaughter. And I was like, what? You just use a knife. Why? But then we started using it. Oh, no. You have the blade right here. That's
See, Jen? Jen and I have worked in a kitchen or two together.
And it just slides right through, and then you have 5 at a time. So
this could work for grapes, too.
Yeah, grapes. It's fantastic. So I halved a bunch ahead of time. We're going to just put those in. If you guys could put those ones in, too. And then we're going to just stir that in with the pasta. The pasta has been cooked with stock, some garlic, and it just cooked in the stock. So it wasn't boiled in water, just building the sauce. And then we're gonna put our vegetables back in. If you think it's too much, we can always do, you know, just I think
my family needs a vegetable, Jen.
It'll all
this is
fit
great.
in there. And then we're going to add in our fresh mozzarella.
Yes, we are.
So I cut some of it up, and we can add some more later, but that's just going to melt right in. I was telling you guys, if your family doesn't like fresh mozzarella, you can always freshly grate some regular mozzarella, but the fresh mozzarella just kind of takes it up a notch.
And melts it through.
And then we are going to grate some Parmesan on top too.
Wow.
Do you want to do that with the microplane?
Cheese on cheese, it would be an honor.
It's like Parmesan snow. So you could use Parmigiano Reggiano, or I have some Pecorino Romano too. We could do a combo of both if you want. Here, why don't you do some Pecorino as well?
I did miss a spot. You know I would never do that to you.
You missed a spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Layers.
More
this
cheese
is lasagna now,
better.
Jen.
Yeah. And then you could garnish with some parsley if you want to add some more green on top. There's some herb scissors down there if you want to be fancy. Do you see those?
You know I do.
Take this off, and this works like 5 scissors all at once.
That guard is for people like me. Jen knew where she was coming.
Look at that. That makes it so. I love all the gadgets that you have.
Well,
all right. Let's get these
ready to taste
down here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're so ready.
Let me get some tongs. I think that'll be easier. And
look at these scissors
for you guys. And I
Very
made
cheesy.
plenty, so everyone can get a taste later on too. Ooh, I'm being a
I
little
feel like
messy
this is
with
something too that if you wanted to add like maybe a couple red pepper flakes, you don't have to, but man, little spice. I know you're not a big spice girl.
No, that's okay. This looks incredible, and I will say you're so good at Crate with your cooking classes for adults, of course, but also kids. And this would be a great one for them to get involved in. The whole pouring the scissors.
So much fun.
You can always put a little extra cheese on top too. But the one pot idea is great. I do a ton of these. There's a chicken parm version I'd like to do too.
Yes.
You could always add some protein into this first, saute some chicken and set that aside first as well.
Oh my God.
And then toss it back in if you want to add some protein to your meal. So
This is delicious.
We love it. Jen, thank you so much.
it was great seeing you guys.
Putting
So
this
good
on
to
the
see you.
weekly menu. If you're interested in
Wow.
signing up for any of Crate Cooking School's upcoming classes, we're going to have a link on our website at kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.